Hello friends, I am Prachi Joshi. In this video, we are going to discuss about chain matrix multiplication problem, what the problem is and how we are going to solve the problem by using dynamic programming. So before going for chain matrix multiplication, we will see how a simple matrix multiplication can be done. So you can see here on the board that there are two matrices. Matrix A its dimension is 2 by 3 and matrix B its dimension is 3 by 2. So how normally we multiply the two matrices? We need to understand first condition that the number of rows of first matrix must be equal to the number of columns of second matrix or vice versa. So you can see here that this 3, that is the number of column in the first matrix, it must be same with this 3, that is the number of rows in the second matrix. Then only we can perform the multiplication. Now actually how we are going to multiply it? So this is the first row of the first matrix. It will be multiplied with the first column of the second matrix. This will be computed as this value. In the second one, we are multiplying this first row of the first matrix with the second column of the second matrix. So we are getting this particular result. So overall, if you observe that how many multiplications I require for multiplying the matrices of dimensions 2 by 3 and 3 by 2 are 12. You count the multiplications here. 12 multiplications I am going to require for it. So if you analyze here that 2 by 3 and 3 by 2, you are multiplying these two dimensions. You are multiplying the matrices of these two dimensions. So here this 3 is common. Right. So in simple way I can say it is 2 by 3 into 2. So here this 2, it is the number of rows in the first matrix. This 2 is the number of columns in the second matrix, and this 3 is the common value here. So if you will multiply it, you are getting it as 12. So how many multiplications we are required here? We are requiring here total 12 multiplication. So we can conclude that for two matrices, total 3 different dimensions are there, where one of the dimension is common. Okay, so you have to also understand that this 2 by 3 into 2, that is 12 multiplications, and the resultant matrix A by B, it will always have a dimension of this first and this one second. So this is 2 by 2. Our resultant matrix, it is of 2 by 2. So in this 3 dimension, the first dimension and the last dimension, it will be the dimension of your resultant matrix, and this 3, it will be common. Okay, now we will take an example of how this matrix chain multiplication problem can be solved by using dynamic programming. So for that instance, we have taken 3 matrices A1, A2, A3 of the dimensions. A1 is of 2 by 3, A2 is of 3 by 4 and A3 is of 4 by 2. Now see here, we are not concerned about actual values of these matrices. We are just trying to analyze it with the help of the dimensions provided. Okay, now if I want to multiply these 3 matrices, the simple thing is that I can't multiply these 3 matrices together. I have to first make multiplication of 2 matrices, and then whatever the resultant matrix is there, I will multiply it with the third matrix. Okay, so simple. We are going to multiply this A1, A2, A3. But before that, we will check whether this matrix multiplication can be carried out, whether it is possible. Now you can see for A1 and A2, A1 dimension is 2 by 3, A2 dimension is 3 by 4. This 3 is column. Number of columns in first matrix are equal to the number of rows in the second matrix. So this multiplication is possible. Now when you go for A2, A3, number of columns in second matrix A2 is 4, number of rows in the third matrix is 4, 4 is common. So again this multiplication is possible. Okay, so simple thing is that we can conclude that the matrix multiplication is possible over here. Now as we have discussed that these three matrices cannot be multiplied at one time. We have to choose the first two matrix and we will multiply that result with the third matrix. So for doing this we have two ways. Okay, for doing this we have two ways. We can take a parenthesis of a1 into a2, and whatever the result of a1 and a2 is there, we will multiply it with a3. Or we will take a1 separately and then we will multiply a2, a3, and whatever the result of this matrices multiplication is there, we will multiply it with the a1. So for doing this we are having two ways. Okay, now what we will do, we will first try to solve a1 into a2 parenthesis. Now you know parentheses are having always highest priority. In any equation, in any arithmetic equation, you will first solve the parenthesis. Okay, so we will solve a1 into a2. Now what is the dimension of a1? It is 2 by 3. What is the dimension of a2? It is 3 by 4. Now as we have already discussed that this 3 is this 3 is common. So what we can do, 2 by 3 by 4. This is equal to 24. So we can say that for multiplying this a1 and a2, we require total number of multiplication as 24. Now when we are talking about a3, now a3 is a single matrix here. So number of multiplications we are requiring only for a3, it will be 0. Okay, now when we are talking about the dimensions of a3 dimensions are 4, 2. And about this, the resultant of a1 and a2, the resultant matrix of a1 and a2, it will be having 2 rows and 4 columns, right? So it will be 2 by 4. And for a3 the dimensions are given as 4 by 2. So again the 4 is common here. We can say 2 by 4 into 2. That we are getting as 16. So we can say that 16 multiplications are required for multiplying the resultant of a1 and a2 with a3. We are getting it as 16. When we are talking about all together, the total number of multiplications we require, we got 24 first, then 0, and then we got 16. So it will be plainly addition of 24 plus 0 plus 16. So how many multiplications are there? There are total 40 multiplication. So simple thing is that when we are trying to put a1 and a2 into parenthesis and whatever the result is there, we are multiplying it with a3, we are getting total 40 multiplication. Now we will focus for the second one. Now we will multiply a2 and a3. What is the dimension of a2? It is 3 by 4. What is the dimensions of a3? It is 4 by 3. Again this 4 is common. So it will be 3 by 4 into 3. So this is equal to 24. Sorry, a3 is 2. Okay, this is 4 by 2. And here it will be 3 by 4 into 2. So we are getting here 24. So how many multiplications are required when we are multiplying a2 and a3 together? We are getting here 24 multiplication. Now again the same thing. A1 is a single matrix. You are not multiplying. Number of multiplications for multiplying a1, it will be 0. Okay. Now when what is the dimension of a1? A1 dimensions are 2 and 3. What is the resultant? What are the dimensions of resultant a2 and a3? This is 3 and 2. So it will be 3 and 2. So again this 3 is common. This 3 is common. You are getting 2 into 3 into 2. So it is something 12. So 12 multiplications are required here. Now all together when we will go, what we are getting here, firstly we got 24 plus for a1 we got 0, this 24 0, and lastly we got here as 12. How many multiplications we are requiring here? We are requiring here 36 multiplication. So if I want to multiply the three matrices a1, a2, a3, I have to first decide the sequence of the two matrices that I am going to multiply. So if I am multiplying a1 and a2 first and their result with a3, I am requiring total 40 multiplication. But when I am going for the second one, where I am multiplying the result of a2 and a3 with a1, I am requiring total 36 multiplication. So of course the minimum value is 36. So what you need to understand here, that which method of parenthesis work effectively. So of course a1 into a2 into a3 giving us total multiplication 36. Now try to understand the result of these three matrices. It will be same. There will not be any difference in the result. Why? Because matrix multiplication supports the association property. According to that, you multiply a1 into a2 in parenthesis with a3, or you multiply a1 into a2 into a3, a2 a3 into parenthesis, the result will be same. But what matters, we are trying to understand that how much quantity or how much efforts we have to put in the sequence. So effective sequence we are getting here as a1 into a2 into a3, where a2 and a3 are in the parenthesis. So simply we can conclude that, so if you have chain of matrices for multiplication, first of all find out which multiplication should be performed such that total efforts put in for multiplying should be minimized. Let's solve the example. Now what we need to do, we will understand how dynamic programming can be used for solving this matrix chain multiplication problem. So here the dynamic programming approach tells that we should try all possible parenthesization and pick up the best one. So like for this three matrices a1, a2, a3, we have generated two sequences. We have multiplied a1 and a2 first and the result with a3, and in the second one we have multiplied the result of a2 and a3 with a1. Right, now it's fine for three matrices, but suppose I want to go for matrix multiplication for 10 matrices. Then here the method we have seen or we have applied for three matrices multiplication cannot be applied. Why? Because the number of possibilities of sequences, it will be huge and it will be difficult to manage that, right? So what we will do now, we will try to devise a formula with the help of these three matrices multiplication. With the help of that formula, we can go for 10 matrices multiplication, 15, 20, whatever it may be. Okay, so we will see how to devise the formula. Now you can see here a1, a2 and a3. So actually what you are doing, you are multiplying these three matrices together, means you are trying to find out the cost of multiplication of these three matrices. So what I will do, I will use one cost of 1, 3 for mentioning the cost of multiplication of three matrices 1, 2 and 3. And what we have done, whatever the dimensions were there, we have labeled it. Like 2, it is labeled to D0, 3 it is labeled to D1. Now as this C and this 3 is common, this 3 will be again D1, 4 it will be D2, again this 4 is common, so it will be D2, and this 2 it will be D3. Now for the first sequence where we are multiplying the matrices a1 and a2 together and then the resultant matrix with a3. Now as we have seen that cost of 1, 3, now instead of cost I will use C here. C of 1, 3, it is the cost of matrix multiplication a1, a2, a3. Now exactly in the same way, this a1 and a2, it can be a cost of C1, 2. Right? A3 is multiplied with itself, so it will be cost of C of 3, 3. We have already solved A1 and A2. How you will solve A1 and A2? A1 is 2, 3 and A2 is 3, 4. So we will take this 3 as common and we are getting 2 into 3 into 4 equals to 24. So can I say that C of 1, 2 is 24? And what is this C of 3? 3, it is 0 because only one matrix A3 is there. Right. Now the resultant of this matrix, it will be of order 2, 4. So we'll write 2, 4 and A3. The A3 dimensions are 4, 2. So again 4 and 4 is common here, right? So it will be something like this. First we have calculated the value 24, which is a product of A1 and A2 plus A3 cost multiplication. It will be 0 plus it will be something 2 into 4 into 2. You can see this 4 is common here. So ultimately we are getting 40 here, right? So we have seen that how 40 is obtained. But now this 24, I can replace this 24 with C of 1, 2. Plus this 0 means this is cost of 3, 3. And plus 2, 4, 2. We can use, we have already labeled the dimensions here. So this 2 is D0 into this 4 is D1 into this 2 is D3. So you can see here that I have devised a formula for multiplying the first sequence, A1 into A2 into parenthesis multiplied with A3, right? The same thing we can do here for the second sequence. Our second sequence is A1 into A2 into A3, right? So A1, we can say that this is cost of 1, 1. This A2 into A3 means this is cost of 2, 3. How you will find out this cost? We have already having the results. A2 and A3. A2 and A3 means it is 3, 4, 4, 2. So again we are taking 4 common here. It will be 3 into 4 into 2. So again it is 24. We have already had the result of 24. So C of 2, 3 equals to 24. C of 1, 1, it is only one matrix, so it will be 0. And then the resultant A1, the dimensions are A1 dimensions are 2, 3, and this resultant matrix dimensions are 3 and 2. We have already seen how this 3, 3 common, it will be 2, 3 into 2. So can I say all together we will make addition of 0 plus we will make plus 24 plus 2 into 3 into 2. So again this 0, 0, it is cost of 1, 1 plus 24 is cost of 2, 3 plus 2, 3, 2. We are taking, we have already labeled the dimension. 2 is D0, 3 is D1 into 2 is D3. So what we have done, we have devised a formula for more than 3 matrices, right? So we just got the logic here. So how this 24 is there or how this 0 is there, we have already seen. Now what we are trying to do, with the help of these values, we are going to devise it with certain formula. So for this first parenthesis, we got the formula C of 1, 2. What is C of 1, 2? It is the cost of multiplying first matrix, that is A1, and second matrix A2. What is cost of 3 by 3? 3 by 3 means the cost of multiplication of third matrix A3 with A3 only. And then 2, 4, 2, these were the dimensions that we have already mentioned at the starting. And in the second sequence, what is the C of 1, 1? This is the cost of multiplying matrix A1 with itself. cost of 2 comma 3, this is the cost of matrix multiplication of A2 and A3, and again 2 3 2, these are nothing but these are the dimensions that we already got.